And that is Thunder Valley. So I made it to California. I never saw that many people in my life in one casino. I decided to leave. It's so packed and the list is so long, so I'm just gonna leave. Sunday morning, a little bit windy. I'm ready to hit the felt. In the background you can see Thunder Valley. And Sunday was okay. Good game. Started with a 2-5 game. When I came to casino, it was about noon. Again, packed. Packed, same like last night. 30 on a list for 1-2, 25 on a list for 1-3. 2-5 list was just maybe 2-3 people. So I got that seat. The game was really rough. The moment I sat down, like in a second hand, I was not in it. I marked some 7-4 or something, whatever I had. But I saw three-way all-in. The guy on my left, he had about 1,400. He had pocket nines. And previous two hands, he was raising, like I noticed, anybody goes 25, he goes 75. Next hand, again, somebody raised 25, he goes 125. Same thing in this hand. I think he made it like 65 and got two calls. Flop is 10, 9, 6. He was on a button in this hand. So the first guy bets, I think, about 100 or so. Second guy calls. He goes all in. Next guy, he has about 900. He calls. Third guy said, I'm all in. He has about 2,500. Pot is about 3,500 or so. They show their hands. There is set over set, nines and sixes. And the middle guy, he has pocket eights. What was in his head? Calling all in for about 800. What does he expect? To hit the straight? Or that these other two guys are lying? I said, this game is going to be scary. This guy now has about 3,500 in front of him and start raising absolutely every hand pre-flop 125, no matter what he has. And he took another two people out. So he has probably over 4,000. And then comes hand, I have a pocket aces under the gun. My first thought was just to limp, but no, I bet $15. You would ask, how can you in a game like that bet 15? Well, I'm handing them the rope. And you know what happened? I get one call. Flop is 9 high, I bet, and he folds. In a game like that, when pre-flop, you cannot see the flop without 125. With pocket aces, I win $15. Well, the guy on my left keep taking people out, so like 15 minutes later, there's only 3 of us left and there's no list. So the game broke. I went to 1-3 game. In that game, I really now don't remember some hands, but I remember I have couple times pocket aces, and again, didn't win anything with those. Had pocket queens like 3 times, and I remember even flopping a queen or something. Again, not winning anything special. I played for like about 4 hours. I said, okay, this is boring, and I went home. Made, I don't remember exactly, I think like $170. So usually I complain that I'm card dad, some bad beats when I have aces. This time, nothing, flat, boring, but with good cards. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday. Look at that waiting list. I'm at Thunder Valley Casino. This place sucks. The way they manage this makes no sense. There is 51 players on a waiting list for 1-2 and 1-3 combined. 51, and they have only 3 tables open. There is no 1-2 table, just interest of 20-some people. 10 minutes ago, they just opened the first 2-5 game. So lists are 30 deep. They have 3 tables only. So all this, everything else, you can see it's empty. Here. behind me, all empty. So they have tables, no dealers. They offer dealers. I don't think I'm gonna sit here much longer. I really like this room. Last year, there was no problem finding a seat. Now, this makes no sense. I don't understand it. Somebody has to explain it. I'm gonna write a letter to management. Express my concern. Well, what could I do except to patiently wait? And finally got a seat, but in 1-2 game. 1-2 game is buying up to 200. And there's little less money on a table than in 1-3 game, but what can you do? The game started okay, and one of the bigger pots was when I had ace 9 of diamonds, so suited. I raised 10 pre-flop, got several callers. Flop is ace 8 7, only 1 diamond. I bet 20, I get 1 call. On a turn, there's a queen of diamonds. Now we're expanding possibilities. I bet 65, which is about pot size. And the same guy calls. On the river, deuce of diamonds. I'm good. The nuts. Funny part is that guy goes all in. And I call. He shows pocket eights, so he flopped the set and didn't have enough luck to pair the board. That pot was probably about 400, so I doubled up there. Little later, that same guy that he had quad aces and the pot was $17. He's a good aggressive player. And later I got moved to 1-3 game. I don't know, 20 minutes later he also came to my table at 1-3 game. So there's a hint, I was not in it when he had pocket deuces. And the flop was deuce 8-4, 2 clubs. Somehow they managed to go all in. Turn is 3 and the river is queen. Main pot is $659. Player with ace 5 made the straight and he wins the main pot. This guy with set of deuces beats the other guy for a side pot of under 50. And that guy had ace queen suited clubs, so he was on a flush draw, didn't come. I told him, buddy, it's not your day. I mean, he goes, I know. That's stuff that I usually experience, so now I'm watching someone else suffering. Game was good, and I was up about, I think, under 17, 1-2 game. I end up in this 1-3 game up about almost 300, so I end up day with 470 plus. And that 300 came from one big pot I had. I had ace queen offsuit, and there was pre-flop raise. I thought to re-raise, but I just flat call because usually when you re-raise, you don't get much action on the flop. So I want to see the flop first and kind of trap the guy. Flop was 6 deuce jack, all 3 spades. Well, I have ace of spades. That's now my only hope, or some kind of runner straight. So this guy decided to bet, like he had 2 stacks, so he pushes 1 stack, which was probably about 80, maybe $7. He was just a chip or 2 short from 100. So I'm looking at it and I don't understand why would he even bet that much, but okay. So he has 100 behind. With this ace of spades and possibility that to lose only 180, I'm in it. And I know on a turn he's gonna go all in. So instead of waiting for that and just calling, I pushed all in. He was happy to call very fast, like instantaneously. Dealer puts 10 of spades, and basically it was over there. The guy keeps sitting like stoned, holding these 2 cards up like this. So dealer who's sitting next to him, because he's in seat 9, dealer can see it. But dealer is waiting for him to muck or to put his cards down. Even dealer sees his hand, he cannot act before this guy, makes a move. And he was sitting like this, trust me, like 2 minutes. So I assume, and we don't know, he didn't show, I assume he flopped a set. Must be 3 jacks. Because what would stone you that much, So I got there, a little over 200. And that was basically most of winning there. Won a couple more pots, and with winning, like I said, from 1-2 game, 470, almost 500. And good night's sleep. Here's one hand that I'm not satisfied. I have a pocket nines and I call $20 pre-flop raise. Flop is ace, queen, 4. The raiser checks. I check. Turn is 9. Bingo. Let's get paid now. He bets 20. I was thinking for a while. What does he have? Jack 10 gives him now open-ended straight. Is he betting that? Or he has a queen? Maybe he has a queen jack? Why would he check ace on a flop? And I don't think I acted smart here. I raised 280. And what happened? He folds. So he probably had nothing. Maybe he had king jack. Maybe he had pocket sixes. He even's not beating anything on the board. So I think I made a mistake there. Also possibility, what if he has pocket queens? And he checked the flop because he was giving me a chance, to trapping me. I don't know. I think I made the mistake, but I don't know what he had. But if he had nothing like king jack, then I don't get anything for him. That extra $20, that was the most I can get. So maybe it's okay. When I came back home, meaning in my RV that's on a parking lot of a casino, opened the Facebook to catch up with the events. And on my big surprise, listen, it's Monday. Saturday I left Reno because they were saying snow is coming, and I went over Lake Tahoe. We have a Facebook page for RV living, whatever. Somebody posted picture from Lake Tahoe from that morning, Monday morning. So here is what I escaped. Tuesday, I went to poker room about 2 o'clock. Again, big list, but this time they had open already 1-2 table and couple 2-3 tables, 2-5. List was really long. People come mostly because on Tuesday and Thursday they have a high hand. You get, I don't know, 250 for high hand or something. I got a seat immediately in 1-3 after short wait. The game was going good. I'm up like $100 or something. And then the whole thing stopped. And it was better if I stayed home. I'm not going to turn this into whining session, but all I can give you is just the example. I'll give you 2 hands. There was at least 10, but I'll give you 2. I'm under the gun. Pocket aces. Alrighty. I raise 11. You're going to say that's not enough, but that's what I do under the gun. I just throw them the rope. Under the gun +2 on my left. Bets 65. Okay, it's kings or aces also. Everybody folds. I go all in. He starts monkeying around with his cards. I say, oh crap, he doesn't have anything. Or he has maybe pocket sixes, so he realizes it's too small. Took him a while, really. And he calls. I show my hand. He doesn't show. Flop is ace 7-4. Turn is a club. River is a club. He shows queen of spades, jack of clubs, and taps the jack. I do rebuy. We're playing, and probably about 3-4 hours later, I had to catch up, so I start playing even riskier hands. This was $16 pre-flop. I had 10-9 of diamonds, and it's the same seat, but a different player. But it's interesting, it's the same seat. He raised 16 pre-flop, I call. Flop is queen, 10, 9. No diamonds. He bets 20. I said if I raise, he's gonna think I have a straight. So I just smooth call. Turn is 7. Now he bets 120. Think about it. Pot is $70. He's making 120. I said, is that pocket queens? So he was first just like keeping me in a hand. But no, he wouldn't do 120. I just call. River is another 7. He checks. I check. He shows queen 8. And I say aloud, Father, forgive them. That's quoting Jesus. Fuck this! And I go home. So I left Thunder Valley because they allow only like 3 days in a month to be on their parking lot. So I'm gonna roam around and probably go back over there. But right now, I came in Roseville, which is close, like 6 miles. A really nice area. I would like even to live here, but can't afford it. So found another European deli. It's a Russian store called Berioska. Berioska was in old days in Soviet Union chain of stores, and you could buy some fancy stuff over there, imports from Western countries, and it was not for everybody to shop there. You have to be a comrade on a higher level, and they have special stores for them. They could afford everything, the elite. It was not for people. Right now, this is just a food market. They have cheese, wine, cans, and stuff. There's no Serbian store around, so for me Russian is the same because not of the culture, because it's the European imports, so it comes from the same importer from Chicago guy that I know. So all these ethnic stores, they have he's a supplier for them. This is what I came for, coffee, and supply 2 bags.